Hi, I'm Pat Baer, and this is Pat Baer's Anime Club. Every other Monday, I put up a new video where I explore something from the world of anime that I want to talk about. It could be a deep dive on a particular subgenre of anime, a look at seasons to come or seasons past, an explanation of a topic that I think, like, hey, this is something that I think people would love to know more about. In this particular video, we're taking a look at the 2023 Anime Awards from Crunchyroll. Of course, Crunchyroll and Funimation are now the same company, owned by Sony. They go with the Crunchyroll name instead of the Funimation name, or some mismatch of the two properties. This was a live event that happened in Tokyo, so it aired at a time that was inconvenient for me. So I did not live stream the event. In previous years, they have done it live, and it has been more for the East or West Coast and easier for me of the United States and easier for me to live stream. And last year they didn't do an event at all, which made sense. So we're going to go through the categories here. I will spend some time on some things. We're going to go through their website. I'm not going to scroll through the video or anything like that. I did watch the event. It was fine. Some of the names, the big names they drew, I don't know who they are. Some of the big names they drew, I thought that was fantastic. So not really going to talk about the award show itself, more about the actual awards. Another thing to note before we dive into this, just to be very clear, there's a nomination process, and then there are people that vote. And part of that vote is audience vote. The nomination process ended before the fall 2022 season had started, so you will not see Witch from Mercury, which was my favorite anime of 2022. And when they talk about Spy Family, they're only talking about the first part of season one, the first core, and not the second core. So there may be some shows you like that appeared at the end of the year 2022. Will those arrive in 2023? I imagine for the 2024 awards, I imagine Witch from Mercury's Core 2 will be there. So I may say, like, obviously my favorite character was from Witch from Mercury here and there. They were not eligible for nomination. And, there'll be categories I don't have much to say about, but we'll go through them. This will probably be a fairly long video, so let's get into it without any further ado. Anime of the Year, Cyberpunk Edgerunners by Trigger. Yeah, totally understandable. My favorite, it's Witch from Mercury. My second favorite, and we scroll through the nominations here, my second favorite on this list anyway would be Spy Family. I went back and eventually and did watch the second core of Ranking of Kings. I don't know if that's the top tier. The Curious Recoil, a lot of people loved. I didn't really enjoy myself. I have very little interest in Attack on Titan. We're going to see a lot of Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. My assumption is that Final Season Part 3, with it being just 2-hour-long movies, won't hit as hard as the, or made-for-TV specials, movies, whatever. Probably won't hit as hard as, so this is where Final Season and where Attack on Titan are getting their final flowers. But yeah, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, good show. Eventually got to watch that. Great style. Made people second guess their decisions not to engage with the video game, which still seems like maybe a mistake. But anyway, it's cool and a great application of it. So hell yeah. Again, not my choice, but an understandable one. Didn't even make my top 10 because I didn't watch it. I watched it like a month ago. Best original anime is La Curious Recoil. Again, not necessarily for me, not my style, but people seem to enjoy it. Of the nominees, I think it makes total sense that one, Birdie Wing, again, probably some people would have been like, oh, it should have been Birdie Wing. That's not a thing that I enjoyed myself. And Yuri Deko, I think I really wanted to like Yuri Deko, but it felt like a miss. It is beautiful to look at. And the other ones I didn't really watch. So that makes this one, like, to me, make a total sense. There may have been, in the comments below, you can tell me what you think should have won in these categories. And maybe there was an original anime that I'm just not thinking of that would have fit this. Best character design, Demon Slayer. Yeah, the art is beautiful in Demon Slayer. Like, no disregarding that. I think I would have preferred to see some, like, media in this that is not based on a light novel or a manga, but, like an original property being in there, that could have been nice. I think the things that, yeah, this also may have been a place to give JoJo some love because JoJo did not get much love here this year. And Stone Ocean, I think, is pretty great. So it would have been nice to see that because obviously one of the things you go to for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the character design because it's gorgeous. My Just Darling getting a nod there. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that. Let's see. Best animation, Demon Slayer. I mean, Demon Slayer is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Attack on Titan being in there makes sense. Spy Family and Cyberpunk. I might have edged this out to Cyberpunk because I think that. Sorry, something on my other monitor distracted me. I'm going to minimize it so I stop looking at it. We're good. Not going to edit that out. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I think, is probably better, but totally understand why Demon Slayer won this category. No real complaints there. Some of these I won't have complaints about. Some I will have a lot. Best New Series, Spy Family. Now, what does Best New Series mean to me? Best New Series is a show that they know for a fact is gonna have more, or you have a gut, is going to have more seasons. And I don't know if some of these will have more seasons. Spy Family 1, Spy Family is great. We had Core 2, we know that there's going to be more, that's fine. Is Call of the Night going to get another season? Is your boy Combing going to get another season? What is this category? Why is this a category and, like, Best Original? Because to me, originals are all new. Like, why aren't more of the originals in this category? It's weird. This is a weird one. Spy Family getting love, I'm not opposed to, of course. It's my second favorite show of the year. Best continuing series, One Piece. Can't really argue with that. I would say would have been nice for Kaguya-sama Love is War to Ultra Romantic, which is the third season, Kaguya-sama in third season. Would have been nice to see that show get some love besides just like best comedy or best romance or best couple. That would have been nice. Obviously, like, JoJo is incredible. One Piece has been fantastic. This is a beautiful, wonderful arc in the manga, and the anime is no slouch. I would say that the thing that is missing from this continuing series nomination is My Hero Academia, which has just been hitting on all cylinders and really, really good and beautiful. The art has been fantastic for it. So maybe I would like to see that nominated. But One Piece winning, totally don't disagree with that. I think that is totally reasonable. Best opening sequence, The Rumbling. No, it's Mixed Nuts. It's Mixed Nuts. Spy Family, Mixed Nuts. It's a fantastic opening. It's not the song, it's the opening. You're saying it's the opening sequence? Then it's Mixed Nuts. It's such a vibe. You know what kind of show you're about to watch, and you are psyched for it. I think sometimes people hear classical style music, orchestrated music, I should say, and they just think that's important. Doesn't have to be. Best ending sequence comedy. Yeah, I mean, so My Heart Has Surrendered is probably the best sequence. Comedy is awesome. It's so fun and charming and cute and just like gives you a peek into the scenes we won't see in the actual anime because they're not as active, but they're cute and fun. And it's just like a good time. My Heart Is Surrendered is a style pair. It's a fever dream, like a daydream that one of the characters is having that is... It's a Starship Troopers send-up montage. Like, I don't know. I'm going to drink something here. Have a little water. It's a send-up, loving tribute to Starship Troopers. Which the anime has nothing to do with. It's great. You're going to hear more of me talking about how Kaguya-sama Love is War should be winning more awards. This is the award I would say, I think comedy is great, but I would give it to that. Yeah, I'm like, best score. I guess I don't disagree. Let's look at the nominees here. Um, I do think Spy Family score is good. I wouldn't necessarily put it in there. Your boy Coming is about music, so I could see that being the choice. And of course, Demon Slayer's score is beautiful. Uh, so I don't disagree, but I guess I disagree a little bit. Best film, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, totally fair. I didn't see most of these, I will say. I've heard very good things about Bubble. Bubble is a thing that I would like to see. Hopefully it's there. I did see Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. I would say the Laid Back Camp movie could have been nominated and would have been really fun. I don't know if it beats Zero, but it is good. It's really, if you like Yuru Camp, if you're a Laid Back Camp fan, you should watch that movie. It's fun. Okay, what else we got here? Best anime song. No, it's not The Rumbling. The best anime song isn't comedy either, which is good. We've established very good. It's not Mixed Nuts, which we established very good. It's My Nonfiction because it did the impossible. It is a song that is just the end credits, the ending song of one episode of the season, and it features main characters in the show singing and rapping, and it's very good. And it tells the part of the story, and it progresses the story in a bit. It's not complete nonsense. It actually means something, and it is animated, I should say, in a different style than the rest of the series, so it stands out. It's a great sequence. You should look up My Nonfiction, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Ultra Romantic. It is the best anime song of the year. It's not The Rumbling. Get out of here. 2025, we won't have Attack on Titan winning anything. I'll be pretty okay with that. The 2025 awards about the year 2024, because Attack on Titan could win some stuff next year. You get it. Best Director, yeah. Demon Slayer won for Best Director, sure. Good Anya, Sodazaki, sure. Totally understandable. Other nominees, all real good. A comedy action series, of course, but a comedy series winning Best Director would be kind of cool. As an old school comedy dude, I dedicated a whole lot of my life to comedy. Would like to see it get some nods. That'd be fun. In the same way that, Spy Family winning Anime of the Year would have been pretty cool. I mean, it's an action comedy series more than a comedy action series, you might argue, but still, it has comedy in there. Best main character. So they took out antagonist and protagonist. I would argue Eren Yeager is not the best main character in Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. I would say that the other characters are way more interesting, and they're dealing with the Eren Yeager problem is way more engaging and interesting than Eren Yeager in Part 2 of the final season. Look, of these listed here, I would say Lloyd Forger. I would go with Lloyd. Lloyd is such a fun, complex character. Boji, maybe even. Yeah, totally. But it's not Eren Yeager. In my opinion, it's not Eren Yeager. Best supporting character and most must protect at all costs character. So, best supporting character is new, a category. Must protect at all costs character replaces best boy and best girl. I like that. I appreciate that. I think that is cool. But Anya won for both. I can see Anya for both of these, especially best supporting character of those nominated. I could see Yor winning that. I could see Kage winning that. Kage is great in Ranking of Kings. Not so much I don't particularly think. And Tengen, yeah, sure. Rebecca, sure. But it's Anya. Of these listed, it's Anya. Now, it's because of the wording that I don't think Anya is the must protect at all cost character. Obviously, you could have just called it best character. If you called it best character and even put best in quotes, sure. But when you say must protect at all costs, it's Kotaro. It's Kotaro Sato from Kotaro Lives Alone. And I think this might be the last time I have to talk about Kotaro. There might be one other time where Kotaro comes up in this. Yes, he does. Kotaro Lives Alone is nominated in a category that is a lie and should not be nominated. Kotaro has gone through some stuff, and the whole series is about making light of that and then putting it so you can then put into stark relief how much that character has suffered. And that character deserves to be protected at all costs. So Kotaro should have won this. Also, I cannot recommend that. Please do not watch Kotaro Lives Alone. It's so sad. It's unbelievably sad. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Best action, yeah, Demon Slayer, sure. Demon Slayer, Stone Ocean could get in there. Spy Family, I would argue maybe the second core has better action, so I would love to see it get, it won't get nominated again next year probably for the second core because it ended the year, but you know what I'm saying when I say the Spy Family's action just gets better. God, the tennis matches, that action alone. But yeah, Demon Slayer, sure. What else we got here? Best comedy, Spy Family. Yeah, here as this, Kotaro Lives Alone. Not a comedy. Not a comedy. Not even a dark comedy. It is a drama with a tragic drama with some funny moments. Your boy Coming, very funny. Kaguya-sama Love is War, would have liked to seen this win in comedy because I think the romance part has been gearing up, but it's still really funny. Maybe this third season not as funny as the second season, but still some really solid moments. Uncle from Another World, I think Uncle from Another World is funny. I don't know if it's a comedy. It also didn't finish the season, so it's a weird nomination. But Spy Family winning this, yeah, totally. Let's see, best drama, Attack on Titan. I mean, I guess I would say Kotaro Lives Alone is so sad that maybe that wins. Cyberpunk, I could see winning this. Attack on Titan, sure. Demon Slayer won for best fantasy. Look, it's got demons in it. Yeah, I don't know if this stacks up to the other fantasy shows. I have a lot of issues with Jobless Reincarnation, Mushoku Tensei. But it is a fully realized fantasy world. There's so many isekai. Look, also, let's talk about the shows that weren't even nominated for this. My Isekai Life, better fantasy, in my opinion. Cool dragons, fun story, fun slime characters, A+. There are certainly other isekai that I think could have fit into this category and be now Demon Slayer, which I don't really consider a fantasy. I consider it a historical epic with action epic, with demons in it, of course, and magic, sure. Overlord, I mean, diminishing returns on Overlord, but sure. Case Study of Vanitas, yeah, you could make that argument, certainly. Made in Abyss, certainly make an argument. Ranking of Kings, you can make an argument. I think Demon Slayer wins this because of name recognition. I don't think it should have won that category. Best Romance, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Ultra Romantic, yes. So, yes, and Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie is a romantic comedy that you should watch. It is a high school-based romantic comedy where the two leads are in a relationship at the start of the season. The reason why I've said Kaguya-sama Love is War shouldn't have won Best Couple is because the characters are explicitly not a couple, and that is the whole point. But it is a romantic comedy, and we are getting advancing in romance of several characters in the third season. It winning this totally makes sense to me. Call of the Night, I think, is creepy to call it that a romantic show, a romance show. So not really feeling that. Yeah, I mean, there are a few Akane no, there's a few other ones that maybe should have been in there. But Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie totally makes sense to be in there. Totally should have won, in my opinion. Maybe edge out Kaguya-sama Love is War. Kaguya-sama winning that, totally fine with. A great series. You should check up on that. And now we just have VA performances. So this one's kind of my favorite. How far are we in this video? Oh, we're only 20 minutes in. Good. I'm getting through it, I think. Um, so I like these categories because we're going to check out what is being dubbed into languages that I was unfamiliar, and we can take a look at that. I think that's really fun to see what's getting dubbed and getting nominated in other countries. Or other languages, I say, not countries, languages. So in Japanese, Kaji won for Attack on Titan. I don't think so, in my opinion. Um, there are some other voice actors I think I would have liked to see get that nod instead. Um, but yeah, Zach Aguilar winning for David Martinez for Cyberpunk. Yeah, I'm not particularly. I think I've listened to some Sung Won Cho, aka ProZD, do Kage's voice in Breaking of Kings. It was cool that he was nominated. I think that was good. Um, I think that it seems like the English dubs are the new stuff that came out there, whereas some other dubs are like what got released. So I would say that the Given dub that came out in 2022 could have had a nomination because I think that's a really tough show, and also the fact that it was a fully queer cast doing a queer anime is rad, and and then of course Anna Robinson rules, so sure. But I haven't watched all of these dubs because I don't particularly watch dubs. Um, okay, then we get to learn like, hey, Castilian. They got Jujutsu Kaisen. They're doing that. They're getting. Looks like they get some movies here. Ranking of Kings. Sure, that's fun. This is just like more to me fun to know. What's getting dubbed into French? Ranking of Kings is getting dubbed into French. Also, Cyberpunk that's great because it's so new. 86. They're getting that. I'm happy that you can listen to Kaguya-sama Love is War in the French dub if you would like to. And JoJo, of course. That's great. So it looks like they're getting the hits in French. Over in Espanol, the usual things here. Nothing too exciting there. Nothing really stand out in my opinion. Surprises, I should say. But you are getting Overlord. So like, oh, that's interesting. In Spanish. Let's see. Italian. What's going on in Italy, or for not just in Italy? Hey, that's fun. That like if you want to watch with Italian voice VA, you can check out some volleyball, Haikyuu, if you want. That's cool. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in like what's getting nominated, what's showing up there. Spy Family is in Portuguese. That's cool. There's a Tekken thing. What? I'm gonna hit this info button and see what we get here. There's a Tekken movie or TV show, like special. There's a Tekken thing. It got dubbed into Portuguese, so that to me is interesting. I should have hit back instead. Sorry, I haven't clicked through here. But like, Blue Lock is getting dubbed into Portuguese. Cool. You're like, all right, sure. That's fun to see what's in there. Obviously, not a complete list, just what's getting nominated. And then in German, you're getting you're like, okay, there's a few things I don't recognize here. Vinland Saga, the first season of Vinland Saga, getting a German dub. That's cool. Which JoJo is this? Which JoJo is this? This is Diamond is Unbreakable. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like the Diamond is Unbreakable season of JoJo Bizarre Adventure is in German and is nominated. So that came out in 2022. Like that stuff is interesting to me. I find that fun. And then of course Arabic. Hunter x Hunter is apparently getting an Arabic dub. So much so that Gone Freaks nominated. Like the voice actor for Gone Freaks nominated and won for Arabic. And then it's just like, okay, yeah, all right, these all. Bleach. The only appearance of Bleach. Bleach is back, baby. But this is for the season 1 of Bleach. Like, not the new Bleach, which I believe because of when it came out, saw no nominations. No, the first season of Bleach is getting dubbed in Arabic, and the voice actor for Ichigo was nominated. Didn't win, was nominated. That's rad. I think that's cool. Sorry, let's go back there again, see if there's anything else that stands out. I think that's cool. My Hero Academia getting some nods in the Dub, let's see. Season 1, also dubbed in Arabic. Cool. Starting there. That's fun. Hunter x Hunter. Is this... It doesn't say what season this is, or if this is the 2011. I think this is... From the image, this appears to be 2011. Let's click on that. This is the Madhouse one. Yeah, I believe this is the 2000... Or Madhouse. But I believe this is the 2011. It would be weird if it was the 99 one. It'd be cool, but it would be weird. And that's it. That's the awards. Let's go back to this screen here. That's me talking about the anime awards. Again, I didn't get to do it live because it started airing at like 4:30 a.m. my time, and I just wasn't going to do that. But I'm glad I was able to talk about it. In the comment section below, let me know, like, what was your favorite anime of 2022? What would you have liked to see nominated? Was there something that didn't even get the nomination? You're like, that should have won, let alone not get nominated. Again, outside of the fall 2023, which apparently was not eligible for that. If you saw any of the movies, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And if you have a suggestion of a video you'd like to see me do in the future, some kind of topic in the world of anime or manga or visual novels or light novel, should I explore the world of light novels? I do think I owe you a video in the future saying, because I've talked about it on stream before, but I don't know I've ever made a video explaining why light novel titles are so long. Maybe I should actually make that video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. Thanks for watching the whole way through, and I'll see you on the next Pat Bear's Anime Club. Goodbye.